right, hi everyone. We're going to jump back into engraving the third cue from Jerry Goldsmith's Legend score. This is called The Hare, and it's a very lengthy cue. So we're just going to do I'm going to aim to do like 4 or 5 pages of it today. And I actually put the sketch up. I'm reading it off my iPad as well, just so I can see a wider view of it. But the print is so faded on the sketches that it's easier to kind of see it on my computer screen, so I can zoom in easier. So anyway, so we're going to get started. I have the audio for this as well. So actually, well, let me engrave a little bit and then we'll listen to it. So the first thing we have is, actually, I'm going to grab it by staff. So we we have the oboes coming in, and there's that smorzato again, which I still need to clarify what that is, because it's not smorzando, although this time it might be, but there is a probably wider vibrato on it. So this comes in bar 4. It's both oboes. That's the flute line. Sorry. There we go. And then I think volume's good. Okay, so it's pianissimo, and I'm gonna put smorzato. This might be tied over as well. Let's listen to the soundtrack actually, just to see. So it just kind of crescendos. It doesn't have the wide vibrato thing like last time. But it's in both oboes. So let me put that in. There's a time signature change. There we go. Okay, so staff 2, there's nothing. Staff 3, there's nothing. We have 2 keyboards written on this staff here. You hear them at the top of the audio. Here, let me see if I can make this smaller. There we go. So we hear. So then it goes. Let's see. No, I don't want that. So yeah, it goes. The top notes rather are the T8 R27, the expander, which I think we had in a previous cue, number 98, and then that sort of buzzing synth is just the 8th note, the OB8 thing. Oh my gosh, there's just so much text I can't read here. We'll have to do a big zoom in here. It's Moog, MIDI Moog. Okay, MIDI Moog 68. OB. Yeah, okay. All right, whatever. Sorry, people walking in and out of the house. So let's go down to the keyboard. You know what? This is... It's sounding an octave lower, so I'm just going to write it in the octave that it's actually sounding in. And this is the goblin. This is kind of a derivation of the goblin motif. It's sort of based on, like, we have E5 followed by a B flat chord, so it's based on 2 chords or fifths that are a tritone apart. So this is I'm going to put this in box text. T8. Wait, T8R27 expander 98. Let's put mezzo piano on it. And then keyboard 2 will give the this This is OB8. I can't tell what number it is, so I'm just going to skip it. MIDI Moog 68. Okay, that's the best I can do. So I assume the B flat there is the lower keyboard. Because I hear that F in the sort of flute synth. Let's listen one more time. Yep. Okay, so the B flat is the dum right there. So that's the second synth. Okay, great. Nothing else there. We have a small wood block. So let's get that in to our percussion. Oh, we need a timpani as well. Add, and then wood block. This is bar 3. And it's just 2 16th notes on beat 3. And then 2 16th notes. Let me listen actually, because it's kind of hard to see. So it's 2 hits. Okay. I thought there might be a third. Small wood block. What if I can get a higher pitch? Oh, wait. Actually, I'll just make the instrument name. Small wood block. And let's make that piano, maybe? I don't know. I have to do a dynamic pass of this score at some point, just to make final executive decisions. Okay, so then the violin line, which is, I can barely see, but there it is. So it's tied over for the rest of the page. And they are muted. I'm going to make them piano. Okay, and that's system 1. All right, there is sort of in the oboe part on the next system. I suppose I can pull back a little bit. We do have that wavy line over it, like it's supposed to be the sort of wide vibrato. I'm just going to put it on for now to preserve the sketch. But I really don't know. I don't hear them doing a wide vibrato in the soundtrack, so that's my only reservation. And then it's crescendoing to mezzo forte. All right, cool. And then we have our Goblin synth. the DX3, the third DX sound, whatever that is. All right, so I'm going to go to keyboard 3 because I think these sounds come up again. So let's give it to keyboard 3. This is in bar 7. And I'm going to put it down an octave because that's where it's pitched in the soundtrack. Bum, bum. And this will be... I think it's just a half note, maybe. Okay, so this is DX3. Make this mezzo forte. Okie doke. Okay, so we have more woodblock stuff starting at 5. So let's get back up there. Okay, that's a quarter rest. No, it's an eighth rest. 16th notes. And then another eighth rest. And then we have a rattle. So I gotta add that. I don't really know. Let's see. I think it's a high rattle sound. Here, let's listen to it really quick. Maybe it's a medium rattle. It's not that tight. It sounds kind of loose. Not that it really... I mean, I'm just going to call it rattle anyway, because the percussionist will figure it out. Okay, bar 7. Yeah, and the playback's going to be all the same sound. All right, so there's that. Let me just make sure that's correct. Cool. All right. Dynamic, mezzo piano, I guess. I guess these should be the same. Yeah, we'll make it. All right, we'll make it mezzo piano. Just make it a little bit louder. Okay. Violins continue with their stuff. Are they up an octave? Let me listen again. So they just go through the whole page. I gotta listen. Yeah, they're an octave. Okay. Or at least, is everyone an octave higher? Let's see. Yeah, I think they are. Let's see. It's so faded. I can't even tell. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to make an executive decision and say they're all up an octave. Okay. So back to where we were. Nothing else on here. There is a time signature change back to 4/4. Let's just listen to this really quick. All right, that sounds right. Okay, moving on. Page duh. Okay, so we have a return of the first two synths. So let's get those in there. This is bar 9. Okay, so we have the expander on the thing, and okay. And we got a time signature change coming up. Okay. Anything else? Back to 4/4 here. That bar is excised, and we're in 4/4. Okay, great. That's tied over, whatever that is. It's probably the oboe? The oboe-maboe? What is that? There's nothing in the sketch. I don't know what that is. Unless the oboes are tying over that whole time. Yeah, the violins are 8VA. It's right there. Okay. Oh, there's a harp gliss. Oh, I see. Yeah, never would have caught that. It's nothing that indicates there's a harp gliss right there. All right, hang on. That's the scale. So that's into bar something or other. One, 2, 3, 4. Does it feel like it's a 4/4 bar? Let's listen to that again. Oh no, it's in 3. Okay, wait. 3. Okay, yeah, so it's on beat 3. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, it's 1 octave. I should just make it a septuplet and put a gliss over it. Oops, not that. One more time. Let's make it. That's a piano, maybe? B flat and E flat. There we go. Okay. I'm glad I listened, because otherwise I wouldn't have known that that was a harp there. Okay. Let's get this 4/4 stuff, and then we'll move on to the 3/4 stuff. Okay, so we have the keyboards here. Okay, so we have dynamic here. Okay. And then we have the... all of these are quarter notes, so that's making me think, oh, that's pretty clearly an eighth note. I mean, again, I'm overthinking it, but I'm just going to turn it into a quarter note just for the sake of consistency. I assume it's like a trigger that just has a long tail to it. Okay, violins are the next thing. Okay. So we've got... Cool. All right, so then in the 3/4, we go back to the oboes. Doesn't look like there's a tie on that, but there might be. Actually, let me just go further. Nope, just for those bars. Excuse me. Where is it going before mezzo forte? Let's have it go there. And the wide vibrato. Even if I can't hear it on the sound, let's listen there, because maybe they're doing it there. Not really. Whatever. I'm just gonna leave it as is. Okay. So then we got the bassoons and 2 bass clarinets, so I gotta change my clarinets over. And you know what, because we're in a concert score right now, I'm just going to change them to bass clef for ease. For me, the final scores will be transposing, but I'm not that smart. Okay, that's a weird notation. Okay, so we've got C. Wait, no, that should be... Because we're still in a transposing score. That's why. All right. I don't think I've marked any other... I got to change that in my template. It should be a concert score. I'm going to put a staccato on it because... that's my right as the engraver. No, I don't want that. And then this is going to be doubled in the bassoons. Okie doke. Oh, we finished that. Okay, so we have more woodblock stuff here. What the hell? Is there an 8th note there? Wait, let's listen. Nope. piano. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, do we have a dynamic? Yeah, for that. Maybe these should be piano. I'm going to worry about it later. Okay, we have a bass gliss and 11. Oh, let's get the violins in first. All right, and then we have a bass gliss here. My favorite move, diminuendoing from pianissimo to triple P. Oh boy. Okay. So that's that for that page, or for that system rather. Okay, so then we have a return of the Goblin synth, the DX3. And we've put it down an octave to reflect the tessitura of the soundtrack. Okay, and then we have, we got another bassoon, contrabassoon thing there. Okay, so that's bar 15. And it looks like it's the same 2-note deal. So I bet we can just do that. Is that bar 15? Yeah. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, more synth stuff. Are we doing this down an octave? Yes, we are. Okay. Dum ba dum bum bum bum. All right, that's done. We have some rattle stuff. I don't know. Let's listen. It's 1 and 3. Okay. Of 13. All right, violins continue. Oops. That's a half note. I'm just kind of making up my own bowing or my own slurs. I'll probably connect that to whatever it's tied to. Okie doke. And then our violas come in a 3-way divisi. There's another bass gliss there. It's probably exactly the same. So it's on the downbeat going up. Okay, so I think it's on the next system. All right, so let me get the violas in here. So we have... this is probably going to be a chord that splits at some point. Yeah, okay. So it's the bottom note that moves eventually. So let me do this. And then second voice will be that. this is pianissimo, basses do start their gliss on, I'm assuming it's kind of the same thing. So in fact, let me do this. Cool. So I'm predicting. Yes, and I'm correct about that. Okay. And the pages start becoming a little clearer at this point, which is good. Okay, next page. Oh, we're on page 3. Look at this. We might get to page 5, which was my goal. Okay, one oboe in 16. I bet I could put a staccato mark. Yeah, it's all staccato. Okay, it starts piano, goes to mezzo forte. All right, and then we have another. Great. Okay, let me just focus on these 2 bars. Okay. So we have the violins continuing on B flat. And I'm looking ahead, it's for another 4 bars, so let me just do that. Is there anything weird with them? Nope. Okay, great. And then the violage, top 2 notes are... And then the thing... And then... I hate notating stuff like that, like a slur off of a tie. I know people do. I know it's probably perfectly acceptable. It just visually looks weird to me. I don't know any other way to do it, though. I mean, I guess I could... I just don't want a long slur connecting that from the beginning, so I'll learn to live with it. Okay, so then we have an F minor chord, which it looks like we just go into held triads at this point, so I bet I can just do... Oops. And I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so we got the... Let me just double check we got that. Okay, now we can move to these 18 and 19. All right, so same jump, wait. That looks bizarre to me. Wait a minute. Let me listen to the recording really quick. Ba-da-ba-da. But what is that note? What is that? It's an augmented chord. Oh, because it's already flat. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay. I understand now. I understand. Okay, so let's get the flutes. Now, my question is, were the flutes participating in the previous harp gliss? I don't think they were. And I feel like they would have been notated. Unless they were added on the stage. Wait, what happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, starts on C. I see. And then does it connect to anything? Yes, to a C. Great. Jerry Goldsmith's dynamics are so soft to me. I just feel like, do we really need a pianissimo in film music? Okay. And then there's a harp. Let's assume the harp kind of does like just a C to C gliss like it did before. So I'm just going to notate that. And it's a C minor scale without the E flat. So let's make that other gliss. Maybe that's too loud. I'll make a pianissimo for now, but I feel like that's way too soft. But what do I know? Okay, so then we have the bass clarinet stuff and bass clarinet and bassoon stuff. So this is bar 18. So we're putting a thing there, bottom. And then it changes a little bit where we go. Those are eighth notes. I don't see a second beam, and I don't see an eighth rest. So the recording just makes it sound like it's 16th notes. But it might be the bass gliss is like clouding my vision of that. So okay, so then this, that's an A flat that it's going to. I'm just gonna slur it all the way. That looks better to me. Okay. Small wood block. All right, I'll separate them. I don't know. I just... Oops. Okay, wood block in 18. Oops. Okay, and then we got the strings, excuse me, and then the bass. Okay, so we just need downbeat. Boom. Boom. That should be good. Let's listen to what we have in the Sibelius document so far. Oh, those are overlapping. They shouldn't be. These should be a bar later. There we go. Let's start from here. Okay. There's one violin. Yeah. There we go. All right, now I'm happy. Great. Moving on to the second system on page 3. Making good time. I bet I never know how long this is going to take. Excuse me. Okay. Then another oboe solo in 21. Okay, so we got this. Those look like F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, G sharp, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, dum bum bum. Is that a sharp? What would that sound like? B sharp? Let's see. That doesn't seem... Let's listen to the audio. Da, 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 da. Yeah, okay. Dum bum 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 bum. All right, that's correct. I just don't see an A sharp. But it's a whole tone scale at the end. Let's listen to the playback of that. I don't know about the C sharp. I don't think that's right. Well, no, it would have to be right. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. So this is A sharp. Yeah. Okay. There we go. And then. It can't be C flat. Maybe it's C natural, but I don't know why they would have written it in. It's implied. Let me listen to this. Actually, that sounds right. That sounds right. Okay, cool. Yeesh. Okay, and then we got another flute harp thing. Okay, so this is on beat 2, and we've got and then the connecting note is E. Pianissimo again. And then scale-wise, okay, so it's B, is it B major? Yes. And I'm just going to have them gliss. Maybe what I'll have them do is kind of go up to that A sharp. I don't know, maybe that's a little pedantic, but maybe I'll put it on the quarter note. I'm going to make a little editorial decision here. Okay, so we're doing B major here. I guess it would be easier to do C flat. I mean, whatever. Harp is so baffling to me. Okay. A friend will help later. A harpist friend will help me. All right, that feels good. That feels good. Okay. Great. So we got that. That took forever. Then in 2020, we've got the keyboards. Let's add those. So we have keyboard 1. Cool. And then keyboard 2. There we go. All right, and then our strings. So we've got B flat, and then we have, that's B natural tied over, and it's tied over again, and then the viola chord, which can I just play it in? Thank you, keyboard. You're the best friend in the world. Okay. Tie, tie, tie. Great. Then the cellos finally come in. Oh, you know what? Let me put div and 3. Okay, in bar 22, cellos come in pianissimo on beat 3. Yes? Yes. Oh, wait. I'm bar off. There we go. that's page 3. 2 more to go. And I will have hit my steps goal for today. My lack of steps goal for the day. All right. I hope you enjoy the inner monologue ASMR and the visual stim object of seeing a music score come together, because it ain't getting any more exciting than this. Okay, we have bass. Oh, wait. Yeah, we did that. So the bass, clarinet, bassoon continues. Are those played separately, I wonder? Deba, 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 da. Deba, 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 deba. Deba, 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 deba. Deba, deba, deba. Yeah, I'm gonna maybe that's the move. What time signature are we in? 4. Is that what it is? Is it not 16th notes the whole time? Sorry, my face is right in the camera. 1 da da da, and then that would be a quarter rest, I assume. I'm gonna do it as 8th notes for now. If I, again, with my people, I'll talk it over. Great. Then we have a 5/4 bar, followed by a 4/4 bar. Okay, actually, there I can kind of see everything, kind of. All right, we got that. Let's get the keyboards in the 5/4 bar. Bum 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 bum. I was off by a half step. Sorry. Is that a half note? Dun, 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 dun. Those are just straight quarter notes. Okay. have the violins. Then we have the violas. Did I do that right in the bassoons? Da-dum. Yeah, okay. No, I don't want that. There we go. There's a crescendo on all these. I bet that's... Okay. Alright, bass... Well, let's get the cello in. Okay. I do not know why Sibelius beams 5/4 bars like that, where it's putting like 8/16 notes together under one beam. Just separate them by groups of 4. I suppose I could set that up in my template, but I don't want to. Being a baby about it. All right. I'm going to put a crescendo on this as well. And there's a harp gliss. Yeah, let me take care of that now. So it's just a G major scale for some C Lydian action. Or C sharp. That's interesting. Wait a minute. Oh, there's another keyboard thing here. Wait a minute. Okay, so... Blum, blum. Does this change? The violas are playing a C sharp chord on... Oh, let me add like a million measures to this. Violas are playing a C sharp minor chord while it's... there's a natural sign. Okay, I see what it is now. And they go to B. See, this is... Even after I do this, I'm still going to be proofing. Glad I checked. Okay, so what is the downbeat note for the... It's B flat. Okay. Okay, so the harp gliss is going to start on beat 2. And we're going to have... It's going to such a faraway key that I'm just like, what do we do? Maybe we could go to D. Well, whatever. Maybe it doesn't really need a downbeat. let's do this. Oops. I'll put a dynamic on it later. Okay, cool. All right, next system. So we have more of the keyboard, the Goblin keyboard stuff. Goblin keyboard. No. Thank you. Okay, so this is down an octave. And this is down an octave as well. And then that happens twice. I'm going to put mezzo forte. Oh, there we go. Drag that down. Blah de blah de blah. Get rid of you. Okay, so that's done. We have the something. I think it's the rattle. Wait, what is this? Yeah, it's rattle. It's just written very poorly. Okay, so this is bar 28. We're gonna go to the rattle. Dum bum ba bum ba bum ba 1 and 2. Oak doke. Then we have the violins. Make that staccato. Mezzo forte. Da 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Da 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 ba ba ba. Okay, so that's the violin part. Mezzo forte seems loud, but whatever. Violas holding this B flat fifth the whole time. Actually, oh, am I off a bar? Yeah, I am. Okay. Let's move all this over to here. Okay, and then I'm just going to put dampen. Great, 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 great. Okay, let me redo that. I guess they're not tied. Yeah, let's not tie them. Okay, divide in 3 sol pot. Sub piano. I guess they're already divided in 3, so we can just put sol pot. Okay, so then that's the violas. Is there anyone with them? No. Okay. So then we have cello. And then the bass. I believe that is this. Naturale. Same thing there. Okay, I think that's accurate. Okay, let's do one more page and we're going to call it a day for today. So we have the T8L. L28 is what I'm going to assume that is. MIDI DX 16. So it's a new sound which we'll give to keyboard 1. And this is in bar 31. It's probably an F on top of that. Bum. Oops. There we go. Okay. So T8 L 28 MIDI DX 16. I don't know. We have to rebuild it anyway, so, and it happens twice. Dun, 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 dun. This whole bar happens twice. Okay, or 2 bars happens twice. Okay. So then we have, I think this is the same. Bum, 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 bum. Yep. Perfect. The rattle stuff happens again. You can just copy paste. And then we have the violin stuff. It's the same deal as before. One there, one there. Okay, so the viola part becomes a little bit more interesting. Going to a different group of 3 notes. So we have 2, 3, 4. There we go. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Okay. So then cello, bass, and that. Oh no, it's just the one time. Okay, so bum, bum. Okay, that's That's the cello bass line, or the cello part. And then here we have great. Okay. All right, one more system and we're done for today. Okay, continuation of the keyboard. It looks like it's the same. Jump, 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 jump. It gets a little bit more intense. Okay, so this is the same. And then this is, we have a 3/8 bar coming up, followed by a 3/4 bar. No! There we go. Okay. Oh, that's jump. So this. There we go. Okay. And then the left hand is and then keyboard 3 is this. Oops. Let's respell that. Okey-doke. The rattle is the same as the previous 2 bars, so we'll just copy paste that. The violins are the same. They have a little bit of a different ending. Dun, dun, dun. That's pianissimo. I'm gonna make it piano. All right, let's get yeah, okay, let me just focus on these 2 bars. Let me get that situated. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so then we have go. Okay, and then dum bum ba-dum bum. Okay, so this is the same. Jada. Wait, what bar is this? Should this not be 34? Okay, so 35. Got it. Okay. Jun, jada, jun. And then okay, let's get all this in now. So, well, let me do the 3/8 bar. Okay, so we got the keyboard. We need the other keyboard. Okay, so then the 3/4 bar brings in a whole new instrumentation. So the bassoons and clarinets, they're in treble clef, so that's an A flat chord. So we're back to B flat clarinet. So let me go change those. And actually, okay. So we have the bassoons. Their entrance dynamic is pianissimo and they're crescendoing. I'm going to leave a note for myself actually to yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to stop here. I'm not going to do this right. I'll leave this, but start in bar 38 for next episode. Just because it's the start of a new phrase and I don't want to not remember what I did yesterday. So I'll keep that there. Let's listen to what we got. I put a dynamic on these. Yeah, that sounds fine to me. This, what is this? This sounds weird. Yeah, some of the pianism, I just disagree with the. Some of the really soft dynamics seem too soft to me, but we'll work that out later. This is just to get it from the sketches. So, anyway, thank you if you were watching. These are going to be super boring live streams unless you enjoy just watching a printed score come together and me kind of talking, mumbling to myself. So if you're tuning in for this, if you're a Jerry Goldsmith fan or a fan of Legend, or just good orchestral writing, I appreciate your being here. It's good ASMR, no matter what it is. So, all right, I'll probably be back tomorrow to do another 5 pages. So thank you and have a great day.